A number of holes dug up at Horn Rapids Park and human remains found just behind me. I'm Austin Reed, live with the latest coming up.
Plus, a suspect shot by Yakima police, why officers say they had to chase that person on foot.
And we're enjoying some spectacular conditions right now in the mid-Columbia. The temperature is creeping towards 70. All the details in my First Alert weather forecast.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 5 on your side.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Alyssa Warner. A missing Kennewick man's body was found in Horn Rapids Park this morning. The victim last seen alive on December 31st. Officers believed his disappearance was suspicious from the start. Apple Valley News Now's Austin Reed joins us live from the scene with what we know now. Austin?
Well, Alyssa, good afternoon, early evening. There is no police seen at the moment as investigators have already left, but KPD says 38-year-old Oscar Munoz's body was recovered right here at Horn Rapids Park, which is about 20 miles away from Kennewick and just past Richland, West Richland especially. Now, we have some video that we're going to play for you as our crews were out here early this afternoon. Police say Munoz's family has been notified and an autopsy is now scheduled for this Friday, March 15th. Police believe Munoz got into some kind of physical altercation with a number of suspects. The primary was Michael Golden, who pleaded guilty to murder in the second degree and was sentenced to 234 months in prison just yesterday. Detectives already developed probable cause on February 22nd to arrest 23-year-old Michael Golden. That's when he was arrested. But then also 54-year-old Carrie A. Golden and 33-year-old Coral Hernandez, all residents of Kennewick. Now, they were booked into the Benton County Jail. Carrie and Coral were booked for suspicion of rendering criminal assistance, first degree, and Michael was booked for suspicion of murder, second degree.
These cases are very intensive with resources. Sometimes it requires us to think outside the box and find resources we don't normally use. In this instance, our detectives worked diligently to try to locate the remains, and this morning was a result of that work.
And back out here live at Horn Rapids Park, again, the human remains were found just behind me here. This is a very remote location. Now, Kennewick Police says that they will continue the investigation, and if you know anything about this, to call them. Reporting live, Austin Reed, Apple Valley News Now. Alyssa?
Thanks, Austin. Authorities in Yakima say a person was sent to the hospital this morning after being shot several times by a Yakima police officer. Now, police say they tried to pull over the driver of a stolen vehicle, but they said they couldn't chase the car under current pursuit laws. So when the driver stopped outside of an apartment building and tried to run away, that's when police say an officer opened fire. The Yakima Valley Special Investigations Unit has taken over this case, and they say they haven't determined at this point why the officer fired. But investigators say they did find a handgun that didn't belong to police at the scene of the shooting.
Per state protocols, we will be releasing weekly updates on this case. Probably, I would say in the next release in 7 days, we would release the names.
Now, the police officer who fired those shots has been put on administrative leave during the independent investigation, and the Internal Affairs Unit will also be doing their own investigation. In the Tri-Cities, another fentanyl overdose. Franklin County Sheriff's Office says this is the third one they've seen within a week. Franklin County Sheriff's Office reports that a woman died Wednesday in Pasco near North Road 58. Officers were called to help a 28-year-old woman, but she died at the scene. Now, detectives said they saw signs of drug dealing. They found more than 6 ounces of fentanyl, leading deputies to arrest a 34-year-old man who was present on suspicion of controlled substance homicide. Now, clients who use the system that use a defense attorney in Franklin County are speaking out after the Council on Public Defense submitted new caseload standards to the Washington State Bar Association's Board of Governors. Apple Valley News Now spoke with Franklin County Administrator Mike Gonzalez, who tells us the county will go back to the legislature next year with their lobbying team, saying they simply can't afford to pay any more. Now, this action cuts maximum caseloads by about 2/3 over the next several years, but Gonzalez says within just the past week, they've already received help from local senators, including Nikki Torres, to lobby for change.
This is not a Republican or Democratic issue. It's really all of our issue. And everyone from the governor's office to Democrats to Republicans have all worked together to kind of try to come up with a solution. And I think we'll get there because ultimately it comes to a fundamental right that every person has to have a defense attorney. And in particular in Franklin County, where we have a high Latino population and a high percentage of Spanish speakers that need indigent defense, it is even more important in Franklin County from an equity standpoint.
Now, as we told you on Friday, those new limits were formally adopted at a meeting of the bar's Board of Governors. That was a 12-1 vote. Let's switch gears here and talk about your forecast. Much more cheerful, Stacy. I'm loving the sunshine and it feels a lot warmer.
I had lots of comments today from folks out and about loving the weather. Clear and cool, that's what we're looking at tonight and the next several nights. We've got sunny and even warmer conditions on Friday. Those 70-degree temps are coming, and spring officially begins next week. Let's take a look at our time-lapse sunset from last night. It was gorgeous as the sun was setting off in the east. Now we know, or to the west, I should say. Now we know our sunset's happening right around 7 p.m. Look just like that. Here's what it looks like tonight. Again, sunny and clear, 61 degrees. Winds are light tonight at 5 miles per hour, and our sunset tonight at 7:02. Let's take a sneak peek of the weekend. Looking great right into St. Patty's Day in Yakima. Clear skies. Same thing in the Tri-Cities, close to 70 on Sunday. Here's Walla Walla with lots of sunshine and the pot of gold just sitting there waiting for you on Sunday. And Hermiston, clear skies, 68 on Sunday. Lots more details to get to in your First Alert full weather forecast. Alyssa?
Thanks, Stacey. Well, Governor Inslee is continuing to take action on some of the bills that were passed by the state legislature during the 2024 session. Today, he signed a proposal into law making it a crime to create fake pornography using images of real people.
This House Bill 1999, this makes it a criminal offense to disclose fabricated intimate or sexually explicit depictions of a minor. This legislation also creates a civil cause of action for adult victims of such an offense to seek damages when these explicit images are distributed without their consent and are harmful.
And that bill was unanimously approved in both the House and the Senate. It's become a concern, especially for children and teens, as pictures created with artificial intelligence are getting more realistic. But this proposal is broad enough. It also covers traditional photo editing and potential future technology as well. Tonight, we're following up with new details in a levee effort that Walla Walla County Fire District 4 is hoping to put into place. Apple Valley News Now spoke with the fire chief today. He tells us the board did review that levy proposal last night, and they did vote to prepare a resolution to go on with a ballot measure on the August 6th ballot. This is the first levy lid lift it would be if approved in 40 years. They tried it in the last election and did not get it passed. Officials say revenue generated from the current fire levy is failing to match the increasing costs associated with providing emergency services. These costs exhibit an annual increase of 4 to 5%, whereas the fire district is constrained by state law, limiting revenue escalation to 1% every year. I-84 in eastern Oregon has reopened after a long closure on Wednesday. So here's what happened. Take a look at this. A semi carrying a wind turbine tower crashed just after 9:30 Wednesday morning. That closed all lanes of the interstate for a 14-mile stretch between Ontario and La Grande. The closures reopened around 2 this morning. Cause of the crash remains under investigation. The historic Craig's Hill in Ellensburg is a popular spot for rodeo goers to park and overlook the fairgrounds. But that slope is eroding over time and rocks are falling onto the road below. Now, Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell tells us government officials can't agree on who's responsible for making sure it's safe.
The city of Ellensburg and Kittitas County are in a dispute over the tangled property lines on that slope. But it's been over a year since the problem was identified and very little has been done to fix it. In March 2023, a geotechnical report was done on the slope above the fairgrounds. While it didn't predict a large landslide event, it did find that the highly erosive spots on the slope would continue to release gravel onto the access road at the back of the fairgrounds, unless they did something to mitigate it. But now, after a year has passed,
the county has some ecology blocks and some barriers at the base of the hill to kind of capture and corral the material that's coming off of the hill. But in terms of doing anything physical to the hillside, nothing has been done yet.
Something should be done. Somebody needs to start accepting responsibility.
but this isn't the only issue at Craig's Hill, because it's all tangled up in a citywide controversy over proposed changes to Reed Park. That's coming up at 6. Reporting from the Yakima newsroom, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
Thanks, Emily. Pacific Northwest Christian College in Kennewick is moving again. So the college has been through 7 buildings in about the past 2 decades. Now they're preparing to move just about 2 miles along West Clearwater Avenue to the old Golf Universe building. But this move is different. College President Bob Nash says the property owner offered to donate part of it and then to set up a lease to own on the rest. And he says that offer came at the perfect time because PNWCC is growing fast.
Right now, our enrollment has doubled the last 2 years. Each year it's doubled and will probably double again. So we are in a situation where we need space. We'll progress forward as fast as we can, money permitting, our donations permitting.
So Golf Universe, by the way, has moved to a new building on Edison Street, also in Kennewick. The mini golf course, though, at the old location, excuse me, that's still there. And Nash says they're planning to eventually open it back up and use the income to help fund the college. Well, one type of exercise that can have an impact on your blood pressure like no other exercise regime, plus history and art on display at the Reach Museum. Learn more about the Desert Fiber Arts exhibit. And sunny and warmer conditions in the Mid-Columbia. Spring is around the corner, and Stacy's talking about that next.
Taco time got you feeling like a craving lunatic? Can't explain your need for crispy, zesty? Can't remember my name until I get my hands on a Taco Time fish taco? You're not alone. When you know what you want, anytime is taco time.
An evening with Third Eye Blind. Third Eye Blind. Live in concert. Playing a career-spanning full-band electric set. Legends Casino Hotel Toppenish, Friday, April 12th. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com and at the Legends Casino gift shop. For more, visit thirdeyeblind.com.
It's time to play Get to Know the Raptors and Alice. Favorite food?
Pizza, duh. Ribeye steak, rare.
A bowl of cantaloupe the size of a swimming pool.
Favorite triple play attraction?
2 words, arcade.
The entire Raptor Reef Indoor Water Park.
Zipline. It's great for talking with guests.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, including bowling, ropes course, and many more. All attached to a cozy hotel.
Cantaloupe? Really?
Steak? Really?
If it was my family, I'd want to make sure they get all the information they need to make the best decision. That's why we fully inspect our vehicles and certify everything. With McCurley Certified and Certified Plus, we look at everything from the tires to the maintenance records to recalls to any open campaigns. We make sure the vehicle is completely safe. The only vehicles we sell are ones that are completely inspected. McCurley Certified means your vehicle meets a higher standard.
Find your way home in a Subaru Certified Pre-Owned vehicle from McCurley Subaru.
Busy work week or feeling under the weather? Prosser Memorial Health's Prosser Clinic, located on Chardonnay Avenue, is open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Your health can't wait. Prosser Memorial Health's Prosser Clinic is open on weekends. Walk-ins are welcome, or call 509-786-1576 to make an appointment. This is how we care.
Taco time got you feeling like a craving lunatic? Can't explain your need for crispy, zesty? Can't remember my name until I get my hands on a Taco Time fish taco? You're not alone. When you know what you want, anytime is taco time.
The best way to end your day.
That is good TV.
Friends, tonight at 11:05.
Welcome back. A new twist tonight in the trials and tribulations of TikTok. Former Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin says he's expressed interest in buying the app. He said he's assembling an investment team that is interested in making a bid to purchase the platform. That follows Wednesday's House of Representatives vote, which passed a bill that would either force the sale of TikTok to a new owner or potentially ban it in the United States. Now, that legislation does face an uncertain future in the Senate, but if it is ultimately enacted, TikTok's parent company would have about 5 months to sell it. And President Biden has promised to sign that bill if it makes it all the way to his desk. Senator Bernie Sanders has introduced a bill to introduce a 4-day work week with no loss of pay.
One of the issues that we have got to talk about is stress in this country. The fact that so many people are going to work exhausted, physically and mentally. And the fact that we have not changed the Fair Labor Standards Act. This was in 1940. We came up with a 40-hour work week. 1940. Who is going to deny that the economy has not fundamentally and radically changed over that period of time? So to suggest that we have to maintain what we put in place 84 years ago does not make a lot of sense to me.
So that bill would mandate a 32-hour work week, and Senator Sanders says he believes that would lead to a better quality of life for most Americans. 2 other lawmakers, both from California, joined him in supporting that legislation. A new study suggests that isometric exercise is best for lowering blood pressure. So isometric is static exercise, something like wall squats or planks, as you're seeing here. A meta-analysis in a British sports medicine journal reviewed 270 trials with nearly 16,000 participants, and they included a range of exercise regimes. They found isometric exercise was the most beneficial in lowering both systolic, the top number in a blood pressure reading, and diastolic blood pressure, the bottom number in a BP reading. In the Reach Museum's rotating gallery now, a Desert Fiber Arts Guild exhibit. It's a celebration of the 50th anniversary of the Guild, displaying a collection of unique pieces, and every one has its own story. There are baskets, a utilitarian type of artistry which have been used since 3000 BCE. There's hand spinning, which is the ancient art of twisting fibers into yarn or rope, and knitting is making a comeback along with other fiber arts. There are also several groups you can join if you're interested. They're posted right there in the exhibit at the Reach Museum.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And we're enjoying beautiful clear skies out on our Dust Devil Sky Cam, checking out West Pasco, looking clear, looking nice. 61 degrees, winds are light at 5 miles per hour. And remember I told you we gained 2 minutes of daylight each day as we head to summer solstice. 7:02 for our sunset tonight. Now, we also talked earlier about our averages for this time of year. We are right about our average today, which is typically what we see at the end of March and above our 54-degree mark. And guess what? We're going to go even warmer than that moving towards the weekend. Let's look at the next 24 hours. Those overnight lows, not quite as chilly as we were last night, but still a little on the cool side to start your morning. Clear skies moving through the day and temperatures in the mid-60s as we get into the afternoon. Looking nice as well in Yakima with those temperatures staying above the freezing level and gradually making their way up to 60 degrees. Clear skies. Lots of sunshine. I like that. Let's talk about winds. We don't have a lot of winds, but what we do have right now is all the trees and plants and pollens are starting to rear their ugly heads. So even light little winds like this spread that pollen around. So you'll see those pollen counts starting to increase over the next several days. So light winds as we start the day tomorrow in the Columbia Basin. They pick up in the afternoon through the region, not at advisory level, but a little bit breezy outside. As we get into Saturday, we'll see some light breezy winds mainly in the Columbia Basin and then later on in the Yakima Valley. Spring begins in just 5 days. Again, Tuesday, March 19th at 8:06. Looking forward to that. And those lovely pollen counts, your allergy forecast, juniper, elm, and alder spreading their blooms all around. And you'll see those pollen levels are right about medium to medium high, and then we grow even higher as we get into early next week. I'll keep a close eye on that for you, but my suggestion is start the allergy meds now. You're going to need to have them. Temperatures overnight tonight, we're going to see the 30s through the region, above the freezing level tonight. Good news there. Columbia Basin staying just about the freezing level or just barely above it. And looking at the foothills of the Blues, slightly warmer tonight in Walla Walla and Milton Freewater. For tomorrow, we're looking at grabbing your shades and probably start thinking about sunscreen because there's no shade to be had. Temperatures in the 50s and 60s all through the area. 59 Walla Walla, 64 Tri-Cities, 62 in Yakima. And I checked this out last night myself. You could see Jupiter with the naked eye and a little sliver of the moon. You'll have a chance to see that once again look to the west after sunset tonight. You'll check it out. I caught it myself yesterday. Here's what the next 7 days are looking like. We don't see any major changes until we get to middle of next week, where maybe a little system coming through with some mountain showers and maybe a little bit of lower elevation rain, but more so towards the mountain areas. Temperatures hitting 73 on spring, first day of spring in Tri-Cities. Walla Walla looking at the 70s as well. That's where we may see a few of those showers come through the area Wednesday, Thursday. Hermiston is looking beautiful all for several days in a row, and 73 degrees on the first day of spring. All right, we've got to talk about our ski report as we head into the weekend, and I thought we would talk more about, we had a lot of snow coming through the region. This was Schweitzer earlier today, or today right now. This is what it looks like. They had a little fog on the mountain, and you'll see some of that tomorrow, but overall we're looking at spring skiing conditions as the temperatures continue to rise. No new snow in the last 24 hours, 38 degrees on the mountain, a little bit foggy on top. Your wind chill makes it feel 31. Bluewood didn't have, they had an inch of new snow, that is, but look at the warm temps, 45. So get up there early before the mountain softens up. And in White Pass, they had about 12 inches earlier this week, none yesterday. Look at the daytime highs up there, 52 degrees. So spring skiing, you won't need the big winter jacket, but I want to warn everybody about the risk of avalanche. We've lost a couple of people due to avalanches in the last few weeks, and the setup is ripe for avalanche conditions all through the Cascades. We're at level 3 out of 5 right now for Cascade Mountain avalanche conditions. So backcountry, not a good idea to be back there right now this time of year. Again, you could see some instability. So here's some safety tips for you. Always carry a transceiver, a probe, a shovel. Make sure you let people know where you're going, and just be very, very careful, especially if you're heading to the backcountry. Our ski report brought to you by Schweitzer Mountain Ski Resort. Alyssa.
Thanks, Stacy. We'll be right back.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at gokubota.com.
When you need legal help, trust Quantum Legal. In football, your team can have a bad season. In real life, when you are having a bad season, you can call Quantum Legal. We're here for you in times of trouble, whether you need assistance with criminal defense, personal injury, or have been injured on the job. And with tens of millions of dollars collected on behalf of clients, we will find the best solution for your situation. Call us today at 509-783-5551 or visit us online at quantumlegal.com.
Welcome to Pingree Ford in Selah, Washington, where small-town attention to customer service meets a vast selection of the best new and used Ford vehicles available. Whether you're interested in our cutting-edge electric vehicles or our dependable lineup of trucks and SUVs, we've got it all just down the road.
Come see us today and feel the power of Pingree.
Wild Horse Resort and Casino is celebrating 29 years with a $150,000 anniversary Jeep giveaway. Beep beep, win a Jeep for $20,000 cash. Play with your Club Wildcard to earn entries every day, or download our mobile app. Play the game and win bonus Jeep entries. Play with your Club Wildcard to earn entries and win up to $1,600 every Friday and Saturday. Then drive off in a new Jeep Wrangler or take home $20,000 cash on Saturday, March 30. Wild Horse Resort and Casino. More winners, more often. Celebrating 29 years.
How does free college or training sound? It's possible. Washington College Grant gives eligible people money for certificate programs, job training, apprenticeships, or college. Learn more at waggrant.org. That's wagrant.org.
I've been with U.S. Cellular for years now, and I think I'm their biggest fan. So they asked me to tell you about their special customer event, Us Days. Us Days means exclusive deals just for us customers, like up to $1,200 to upgrade to any new phone. So I said, if I'm going to be on TV, do you think I can get hair and makeup? And I even got a manicure, too.
Introducing Us Days at U.S. Cellular. Exclusive offers just for our customers. Get up to $1,200 to upgrade to any new phone.
Welcome to Premier Woodworks, your premier source for custom cabinetry and full-service interior design. Our custom designs are brought to life with 3D images to help you visualize the final result. Our high-quality cabinetry is crafted with care and attention to detail. From kitchen and bath design to remodel project management, we're here to make your dream space a reality. Premier Woodworks, located at 109 North Washington Street in Kennewick.
Today, the FCC voted in favor of a proposal for a new national emergency alert system. Now, Washington already has something similar, a statewide alert system for missing and endangered Indigenous people. The FCC's proposal would allow public comment before it moves to a final vote, but the new alert would be managed within the Federal Emergency Management Agency's integrated public alert and warning system. And it would operate similar to Amber Alerts and Silver Alerts. Let's head back outside for a look at this gorgeous evening in Mid-Columbia. We are talking about even more gorgeous weather for your weekend. Stacey Lee has a final check on your forecast next.
This newscast sponsored by Nissan.
Tonight, the U.S. Special Forces on the ground as gangs cause chaos in Haiti. Plus, the debate over banning TikTok heats up. Will the bill make it to the president's desk? More Americans turn to World News Tonight with David Muir, the most watched newscast on television.
Dishwasher on the fritz. Laundry giving you fits. A water heater that quits. In a world without Culligan, hard water makes life harder. Get a Culligan softener, the world's best. Put your water worries to rest.
To see if you qualify for Hanford Worker Compensation, please call Smart Law for a free consultation at 1-877-630-1122. Workers and the families of deceased workers who worked at the Hanford site are now eligible for compensation for diseases and illnesses, including neurological, respiratory and heart conditions, cancers, and beryllium-related disorders. This may be in addition to compensation already being received. Call Smart Law at 1-877-630-1122 for Hanford Worker Compensation. Smart Law in Yakima and Tri-Cities.
We're done.
What about these?
Looks right.
Quick! The Quicker Picker-Upper. Bounty absorbs spills like a sponge and is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less. Bounty, the Quicker Picker-Upper.
New herbal essences, sulfate-free, packed with pure aloe and camellia flower oil your hair will love. And none of the things it won't. Hair that feels deeply nourished, soft, and lightweight. New herbal essences.
Spring is in the air and creativity is blooming everywhere at Custer's 25th Annual Spring Arts and Crafts Show this weekend at the Hapo Center in Pasco. Join us as 150 artisans from across the Northwest display and sell their fine art, handcraft, and specialty foods. The variety and quality of work make this a must-see event. Single-day admission only $8. Tickets on sale now at custershows.com. Custer's Spring Arts and Crafts Show this weekend at the Hapo Center in Pasco.
Our new orthopedic regenerative medicine clinic with Prosser Memorial Health orthopedic surgeon Dr. Jeffrey B. Higgs is now offering a variety of treatments, including platelet-rich plasma injections to enhance injury recovery, promote healing, and treat pain associated with early osteoarthritis. To schedule an appointment, call Prosser Orthopedic Center at 509-786-5599 or learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
With Dish, get the same TV bill every month for 2 years.
Hello? God, I think someone's coming.
No price hikes, no surprises. Because surprising TV shows are great. Surprising TV bills, not great.
Let's get you some fresh water.
The 2-year TV price guarantee from Dish. Tuned in to you.
And our viewer weather photo of the day, thanks to Alan Rither, out there walking along the Columbia River at Howard Amen Park. Now remember, get up there with your phone and get a quick picture of that QR code on the right side of your screen. That is how you submit the photos. Nice job, Alan. Absolutely love it. Now, even if your picture doesn't make it onto the television, it is on our gallery on applevalleynewsnow.com. So go check out all the weather photos. It's under the weather tab. So fun to look at those. I enjoy them. All right, let's take a peek at our 7-day planning forecast for Walla Walla and Hermiston. Great weather moving into our St. Patty's weekend. First day of spring on Tuesday. And look at those temperatures, Alyssa. 70s for Walla Walla and Hermiston. Same thing, Tri-Cities and Yakima looking beautiful with our temperatures hitting 73. I almost feel like, is it going to be summer early? But then we cool down a little bit. So
yeah, I mean, 70 for the first day of spring, that sounds good to me.
Absolutely perfect. There you go.
Thanks, Stacey, and thank you so much for watching. World News Tonight with David Muir is next. We're back tonight at 6. And you can always find the latest anytime on our website, applevalleynewsnow.com.
Have a good night.